Equivalent exchange and the Japanese idea of effort and reward. What is equivalent exchange, really? What if I told you equivalent exchange might be a lie? In Fullmetal Alchemist, it's a simple rule: give something, get something. But is that how the real world works? And more importantly, is that how Japan sees it? The idea feels right. It's fair. It's clean. It makes sense. But the deeper you look, the more it gets complicated. Because value isn't always visible. And not all effort gets a reward. Sometimes, you give and get nothing. So why does this idea still feel so satisfying? Let's start with that question. The allure of balance, why it feels right. Why does the idea of equal exchange feel so satisfying? Because it offers control in an unfair world. If you work hard, you deserve success. If you lose something, you should gain something in return. It makes life feel logical, even if reality isn't. And that logic is comforting. In Fullmetal Alchemist, this rule gives the world order. It gives the characters a code to live by. But deep down, it also gives us hope. That maybe your effort will matter. That maybe life isn't just chaos. That maybe there's meaning behind the struggle. Is it really universal? Western versus Japanese values. Is equivalent exchange a universal idea? Or is it shaped by culture? In Western stories, success often comes from boldness. Heroes break rules. They chase freedom. But in Japan, effort is sacred. Hard work itself is seen as noble. Even without reward, trying is meaningful. Even without success, striving is beautiful. So when Japanese people see equivalent exchange, they don't just see fairness, they see justice. It's not just about balance. It's about living with dignity. And that might be why this idea resonates so deeply in Japan. It feels more than fair. It feels right. Giri and the invisible ledger. In Japan, not all exchanges are spoken. Sometimes, they live in silence. There's a word giri. It means duty, obligation, or moral debt. When someone helps you, you feel the need to give back. Not because they asked, but because it's right. This isn't a contract. It's an invisible promise. Like equivalent exchange, giri isn't forced. But it's powerful. It keeps relationships balanced. Not through rules, but through respect. You repay kindness, even if no one's watching. Because in Japan, that's how trust grows. When effort doesn't pay off, a cultural crisis. What happens when you give everything and still fail? In Japan, that's more than just a loss, it's a crisis. Because effort is sacred here. It's not just a means. It's a virtue. So when hard work doesn't bring results, people feel shame, even guilt. Did I not try hard enough? Did I fail the expectations of others? In Fullmetal Alchemist, this pain is everywhere. They give, they sacrifice, and still, they suffer. That's why the rule of equivalent exchange is comforting. It promises that effort won't be wasted. Even if real life breaks that promise, the rule gives people something to hold on to. Equivalent exchange as moral comfort. Why do people cling to equivalent exchange? Even when it doesn't always hold true. Because it's not just about logic. It's about moral comfort. It gives us the feeling that good deeds matter. That life is fair, even if it isn't. In Japan, this idea echoes deeply, because the culture values balance and harmony. But what about your culture? Do people there believe hard work should always pay off? Is fairness seen as a rule, or just a hope? Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear how this feels in your world. Transcending the formula love, sacrifice, and exceptions. Can everything in life be measured? Can love be traded, like gold or stone? In Fullmetal Alchemist, some things break the rule. A mother's life, a brother's body, a father's sorrow. They give everything but don't get it back, because some losses are too deep to balance. And yet, they keep trying. They keep giving, even without return. That's not equivalent exchange. That's something deeper. It's sacrifice. It's love. And sometimes, it's the things we can't trade that show us who we really are. Buddhism and karma, the Japanese echo. Did you know? Equivalent exchange sounds a lot like karma. In Buddhism, every action has a result. Good or bad, nothing is free. This idea has shaped Japanese thinking for centuries. What you give, you get back. Not always right away, but in time, through cycles, through life. That's why even small acts matter. Because the universe keeps the balance. Fullmetal Alchemist echoes this, not just in law, but in spirit. The brothers suffer, but grow. They lose, but learn. And that feels very Japanese. Real life in Japan: work, exams, social rules. In Japan, equivalent exchange isn't just fiction. It quietly lives in everyday life. Study hard, get good grades. Work hard, earn respect. It sounds fair, but it comes with pressure. If you don't succeed, people ask why. If you slack off, you're judged. Even kindness has its balance. If someone gives you a gift, you must return it. This silent balance is everywhere. At school, at work, in families. It's not written down, but everyone feels it. That's why the rule in Fullmetal Alchemist feels oddly familiar to many Japanese viewers. Why this message resonates across the world. So why does equivalent exchange feel so powerful? Because deep down, we all want life to be fair. We want effort to matter. We want sacrifice to be seen, even if the world is unfair. This idea gives us hope. In Japan, it reflects centuries of culture. In other places, it echoes personal struggles. Fullmetal Alchemist didn't invent the rule. It just gave words to something we already felt. A longing for balance. A belief in meaning. And maybe, that's why this story stays with us. Because we're all trying to turn pain into purpose. This is just one example of Japan's unique way of thinking. Do people in your country do the same, or is it completely different? Drop your thoughts below. I read every comment. And if you liked this, subscribe for a new video every day. See you tomorrow at the same time.